It's weird. I said late night. Oh, by the way, Shark Taz wanted to let me know Shark Week is coming up. He want to let you all know because he's got a channel on sharks and music, obviously, as well. So check out Shark Taz. But it's close to the equinox, right? Longest or the apogee or whatever the heck it's called, where it's like the longest nights, longest days. Still bright as hell out. It's like only 8:07. And I was like, oh yeah, it is night. And it's weird playing late night Cappy intro when the sun's still out. And I'm trying to get this one done so I can go back out, get up to the hill, and look at the sunset. Oh, so we got that there. This one, I had to talk about it because I was like, wait, that's still a thing. I knew they were open, but they had been going downhill for many reasons. Headwinds that all the restaurant industry faces, people not showing up to work, unreliable employees, just not enough staff, crappy food. That's another big thing with the restaurant. Remind one of these days, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to name the company that had the meatless chili. That's my favorite, is the meatless chili so far. That tops Sonic running out of ice cream. And then what was the other one? One of you said McDonald's. Well, McDonald's ran out of hamburgers and they still stayed open. So I'm aware that there are trials and tribulations facing the restaurant industry. And I did go to a Hooters, 10 years ago, maybe, in Clearwater Beach, Florida. That's the last time I was at a Hooters. I was like, Florida, Florida. Like the 80s, Florida, like there'd be hot chicks, there were hot chicks in the 80s, and there's hot chicks in Florida. Me and my other equally dirty middle-aged male friend, we're like, yeah, let's go to Hooters show. Let's look at it. You just get there. You're like, come on, man. Come on. That was 10 years ago. And I just knew. I just assumed that, with tattoos and purple hair and obesity only going one way, I like the Hooters is not long for this world. Tilted Kilt, which was kind of a variation of that with plaid skirt girls. I like their outfits better. Look up Tilted Kilt. I think that one closed, all of them. So only some of the Hooters are closing. But it's like, yeah, any restaurant, any business based on beautiful women is not long for this world, or at least this country. And not that I didn't think Hooters are closed, but here we are. Dozens of Hooters locations close abruptly. List of the latest closures. The recent closures include dozens of restaurants across 14 states. And I'm on, what am I on? I'm on WLTX.com. Kabam! The future of rock and roll. That's one none of you are going to get. So you guys can't see it. Of course, you got to do the pop-up. You got to do the pop-up, don't you? If you go and you search News 19, WLTX, kabam. They have the video, they got to put the video up. You just can't let us read. They got to have the video. And here's two fat gals. Well, one, that one's fat too. There's two fat girls. It's like, just optics, lack of self-awareness. Washington. Hooters has closed dozens of locations across the country. The Atlanta-based casual dining chain cited pressure from current market conditions for why it made the decision to close several underperforming stores. The company wouldn't say exactly how many stores had closed and didn't release the list of locations. However, there are 41 locations across the U.S. no longer listed on Hooters' website. that had been there in mid-January. Each of those locations are listed as permanently closed on Google, and their respective social media accounts were shut down. Kind of impressive. That was actually a little bit of investigative journalism there. Bravo to the author who wrote this. Locations are spread across 14 states, with Texas having the most store closings by far. Texas has 16, while most of the other states have only a handful each. Several local news reports indicate many of these locations abruptly closed this weekend, while some may have closed over the past few months. Hooters is just the latest chain to abruptly close several locations this spring. Last month, Red Lobster closed more than 90 locations before filing for bankruptcy. Despite the latest closures, Hooters said in its 41-year-old brand remains highly resilient and relevant. Does it? Does it? I'm thinking Playboy, right? All right, now internet eliminated Playboy, right? But they keep on trying to limp along these brands that are not only outdated but obsoleted. You could have had like a niche publication with Playboy as it was originally. Oh no, we got to throw up dudes now. Chicks with dicks. Oh, great. It's just what everyone wants. Sports Illustrated, the same thing. Like, just give it up, let it die. I don't think the brand, I don't think the brand can stand modern day and really, because think about this. If at one time we're a nation with men who had balls, but even I caught myself like, oh, Hooters, isn't that a little outdated? Not outdated in terms of the brand or the idea is old. It'll never get old, but the social ramifications. Like, really? The Karens of the various communities allow for a Hooters? Strip club's pretty, especially in Vegas. No, where's strip club? Fuck off. That's still a thing. Yeah, it's seedy. It's always what it has been. But Hooters, I was thinking, there is the current social zeitgeist, if you want to use an academic word. The current social zeitgeist, I'm surprised Hooters even still exists in today, because let's just be very clear. There's an anti-beautiful woman culture. I wouldn't even call it mentality. Not a trend, not a mentality, not a fringe element. There really is an anti-beautiful woman, I would say, by the majority of people in the United States. And this couldn't invite Hooters could not exist in an environment like that, because it's too politically incorrect to have hot chicks with big boobs who are young and got tight asses. You can't have that. It's just so politically incorrect. I think think about that. Ain't no girls going, unless they're the fun girls. There ain't no girls going to that, right? Then the guys are going to be shamed by the wives, the mothers. Yeah, I'm sure there's still some people that go to it. But when I was there, okay, then there's the operational concern I have. Like, where are you finding reasonably attractive women that aren't mangled and tatted up? And here's the key thing, and know to show the fuck up on time and do their job. Yes, that's a problem with people under 40. Yes, it's younger. Sorry, trying to help out you younger generations. I tell all you, show up on time, do your job right, do it right the first time. You'll do better. But having worked, I want to have Captain's Quarterly. Look it up. There's one issue, Captain's Quarterly. And this is back in the blogging days. I wanted to back up my blog, and I do compendiums, big, thick books. I only take the best posts. I thought, what'd be okay, compendium. What if I did like a Playboy thing? I found a nice young lady. She was like, yeah, I'll do a model thing for you. I'm like, that's 10 years ago. Still to this day, the only girl who could show to F up on time and do the job right. Like, she was if you need a model, I still have her contact information. But the short-sightedness of Cappy is like, well, you need a new model for every issue to be quarterly. I do a quarterly backup, but it was just great. It's still for sale. You can go buy it. It's on Amazon. It's even in color. I thought, yeah, it'd be a fun. It just because writing gets boring. Let's do this. This will be fun. Couldn't find future ones. Just like, yeah, hey, I got this thing. I need depending on the number of posts I had, would determine the number of pictures. And I paid. You're like, yeah, okay, have this, because a lot of work went into it. She did a great job. She had like, and this is PG-13, by the way. There's nothing, there's bikini and lingerie. My favorite one was her dressed in a 50s dress holding a bag of cookies. That today is what you can't have that. That's too politically incorrect. The super hyper side. What are we, slaves? I bet that's what you want, you dirty pig. What, a traditional woman that shows up and wears heels, makes cookies every once in a while? Now you gotta, how is it still around? And so there's rarely just one thing that causes the other. This isn't like pool where one ball hits the other ball and then the exact same amount of momentum is transferred to the other ball. No, there's a lot of things going on. Yes, the restaurant industry is facing universal environmental headwinds. People not showing up, inept management. The food has gone to shit. A lot. I don't even know why half you stores are even open. Perkins, remember how I loved Perkins? Perkins didn't have pie. Perkins didn't have pie. Walked into the Perkins, the manager. What do you want? What do you mean? What do I want? You fucking dipshit. Inflation costs. Understand that. That's in the producer price index, has to be passed on to the customer. The consumer price index, look it up. Don't just evil corporations. Look at the profit margin. Go look it up. You could do research. Hey, for leftists, here's an idea. You could actually do research before you open your mouth. Just an idea. Just an idea before you just go from your standard blame white men, blame corporations, blame the patriarchy, blame cap. You could just do the research and maybe find out. There's a lot of problems in the restaurant industry, but where's the future of Hooters, right? Let's go on like a bunch of Karens and HR people, and then the hedge fund buys it. Do you think that the Hooters is long for this world? Unless they got look, they'd have to get some really good food, start some really good drinks, and get some really hot waitresses. Really hot waitress. I saw a picture one time. It was like down south, and like Hooters. It was all the girls posing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Tell me that's a joke. They were all fat, and I'm thinking, wait, is that real? Are they just playing a joke? I don't know. I really don't know. But based on what I saw 10 years ago, it was heading that direction. So now I don't know where you're going to find reliable, good-looking girls. I don't know where you're going to find good-looking girls, period, in enough quantity. And I don't know where the customer is going to come from going forward. The dirty old men of yesteryear are dying off. Soon there won't be the Corvette Club with the guys with the bushy, thick, bulletproof white hair. You know that you can't be bald and join the Corvette Club. Absolutely not. You need to be a white guy. You need to be at least 58. You need to have impenetrable, bulletproof hair, right? We could send you to Ukraine and you won't die. Or you get hit in the head. You'll be like, Corvette hair. Your socks have to come up to your calves, right? No mustache. I guess maybe you could have a mustache or beard. I don't see him with mustache or beard. But the Corvette guys, those guys are going to last forever. They're going to die. Where's Hooters going to be in 20 years? And sadly, what I think is all these very real headwinds that the restaurant industry is facing, what Hooters is facing, we're turning rapidly, and we're already there, into an anti-beautiful woman country. You got the video games, they're making all the girls ugly. It's shameful with male gaze, making women beautiful. Oh, look at all the when's the last time you saw a pretty girl model something? Honest. Shaming men for the male gaze. Oh, you only want one thing. You're damn fucking right we do. There's not enough of me to yell that out. Inside, well, we could go on here. Of course. See if there's any other reasons. Resilient. We'll look forward to continuing to serve our guests at home and to go to our restaurants here in the U.S. around the globe, the company stated. Where we closing? Alabama. I think this is mostly an Eastern affair, right? I know there's a Hooters. I don't think there is. Is there a Hooters anymore? I know there's a Hooters casino maybe in Vegas still. Let me look that up. Hooters Casino Vegas. Okay, it's still there. Oyo. Oh, did they change? That's what I wonder. Does Hooters still have a casino in Vegas? Oyo Hotel and Casino Vegas, formerly Hooters. So maybe not. That closed. Hang on. Hooters girls. Become a Hooters girl. Okay, on the website, they're good-looking gals. Yeah, the main page, they're all cute. I don't see no tattoos. God bless you, girls. Ready for your close-up. Hooters girl. Hooters well, the Hooters pageant, I think, that looks like it's got more authenticity and legitimacy than the Miss America. I don't know. The website looks all good, but this is the website. I don't know what the average really. When's any of you been to a Hooters recently? What's the staff look like? And don't get all pissed off. That's the whole fucking motif. That's the whole idea. Hang on, let me look up tilted kilt. I went to one south of Denver. A buddy of mine, man. Have you ever been to a tilted kilt? No. Oh, it's still open. Number of locations, 9. How do you have 2,500 employees at 9 locations? The tilted kilt. Okay, yeah, they got the schoolgirl thing. Yeah, of course. Okay, so these guys, I'm just researching this out of curiosity. All right. San Antonio. Looks more like Brownsville. Austin, Vegas, Los Angeles. They got one in Kentucky. Virginia, outside Chicago. 2 in Kentucky. Yeah, they must have closed a fair amount. So Hooters, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana. Yeah, it is largely an eastern side of the country affair. Maryland and Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia. Yeah. All East Side. Well, there you go. Yeah, I was surprised, not that they were open, but they had this many to close down. I'm kind of curious what they look like. Some of you might let me know in the comments section. Now, I'm not doing that. Hey, add to the comments to change it. I'm kind of curious. Like, have you guys been to one recently? But going forward, you short version, we're not going to be allowed to have nice things if it's a beautiful woman. You're just not. You're not. Look at how far we've come. It is now shameful to the point we put it in our media. Advertising, television, movies, and video. It is shameful. The powers that be have decided it is shameful for men to like pretty women. You've always been shallow if you didn't like fat chicks, but now it's shameful if you like male gaze and all that. And that's the media. I'm wondering, mentally speaking, I want to know, be honest with me here, ladies. Not a lot of women tune into this show, but I would love to hear. Do you find it disgusting? You find it shallow if men like thin, attractive women? Let's say you're a thin, attractive woman. Are you offended if a guy finds you attractive? You know what? There's like this. At one time, you could say, oh, that's a really pretty dress, whatever, at school or maybe even at work. Not really since the 90s. But it was normal to find an attractive woman attractive. There was no shame. And girls were not offended necessarily if a guy found you attractive or said you look very pretty. And what? I'm sure it it changes by age. The elderly ladies, you look very pretty. An older woman might appreciate that. Think about it. Think about it. Would you go up to a 20-year-old girl? Now, also depends how old you are. If you were with the Corvette Club, no. But let's say you're a 24-year-old guy and you see a 20-year-old girl. With the young person's mentality today, can you go up and say, you look very pretty today? Can you? And in olden times, unless you look really weird, 100% of the time the girl might be bashful in it, but it wouldn't be an offense. What percent would that be today? I'm not trying to be controversial. The world is controversial. I'm just trying to point it out. That where I had that, whoa, that you could still do that? The Karens and the Marxists haven't shut that down yet? How are you doing that? No wonder they're having trouble. I mean, they're slowly shutting it down. But my reaction, I was like, Oh, real? Ooh. Even I'm a what do they call it? Not a bragger, though that too. I don't keep quiet. I mean, I'm one of the more boisterous or bombastic people out there. I call it as I see it. I don't limit my speech. What about Norman or Herman, the reliable accountant? No offense, Chad. Like wants to go to Hooters with his buddies, and oh, you like that, don't you? I bet you like that. I bet you like. You damn fucking right, I do. Oh my god, he said the thing. Now it's just and how the message or the idea has been so. I want to know how well the message has been received and how widespread the message or the idea, how far it has spread among younger women, let's say under 30, that men like that there's no such thing as beauty and men shouldn't like it if it does exist. That is I just wish I had think through it here. That there is no benefit to being beautiful. And that it is offensive if men find beautiful women beautiful. You say it sounds like crazy talk. Hey, go watch what go find me a hot chick in a AAA game. Either released in the past, I don't know, 2-3 years or one that's coming out. You show me where there's pretty women. Calvin Klein ad with two fucking fat pigs wearing lingerie. Get the fuck out of here. Show me. I posted on my Twitter. No, yeah, Twitter. The blonde gal from The Price is Right. I didn't know her name. There were many, but it was the blonde model from The Price is Right in the 80s. She's posing in a bikini, advertising a jet ski. I said, you don't see this anymore. You couldn't have that. The Benny Hill show? Go watch that. You can't have the Benny Hill show. and I'm surprised we got Hooters still. By the way, ladies, there is a literal mint for any one of you to make if you stay in shape, you don't mutilate your body with tattoos, you don't have ridiculous piercings, and you don't dye your hair ridiculous colors, and you simply model and be nice and reliable and show up on time. That's the key thing. There are plenty of good-looking women. Just go watch Mike Sartain's show. Those gals make money because they show up on time and do the job, and actual professional models, some of them, I'm sure. But if you want to find a husband too. Or is that the paradox you girls face? I want to find a husband, but he dare not better want to like me for sexual and beautiful. He better expect me to be like. I bet you like you're goddamn right, Gertrude. I do like that. Now get the fuck out of here and annoy someone else. Oh, an how fun, an anti-beautiful woman society where we're not allowed to have beautiful women anymore, including you beautiful women. Any of you women want to be beautiful? Hey, think about that. I know we men rue and lament the loss of beautiful women or the dwindling percentage thereof. But imagine the beautiful women want to be beautiful. Imagine the fucking backlash they catch from people. Holy shit. All right. Let's go to the super chats. Lar 57, $2. Why do you sometimes say Atham look it up? Because Atham, he was either on a live stream with us, and Atham doesn't talk too much on podcasts. If you watch him, he's invited to different shows and all that. He's not a big talker, which is fine. He participates, but he's not big. And then I think we had, hey, Atham, can you look it up? He's like, yeah, I'll look it up. And he's always on. He's always looking things up. And so that was years ago, maybe even 10 years ago. So we always say, Atham, look it up, especially when it comes to geography. Drew, $5. What are the circumstances in which you pulled your gun in Wyoming? Also, Tilted Kilt is still big in my area, and those girls make bank. Good for them. One guy was high on some kind of drug and was just coming at me in a parking lot. I had not known him. I had no interactions with him before. I was in the bar. I was leaving the bar. He was in the parking lot walking at me and yelling at something at me. Like I literally got 5 feet out of there was I had not no interaction with him before. And he was yelling and coming fierce. And I was reaching for it on my right side. And I was about to point it, but then his wife or girlfriend grabbed him and turned him the other way. And the other time, someone was banging on my apartment door, like 3 fucking AM in the morning. Like, no fucking way I'm gonna deal with that shit. Wyoming, meth, and sister fucking. It's the national pastimes of Wyoming. If you want to go there, you can have fun in Wyoming. Lots of fun. Cappy's huge ass. $2. If you had to live in one, Minnesota, California, New York, or Wyoming, oof. Wyoming, just because there's no state. You don't have to hang out with the people. In any of those states, I'm sure you can find a place to be left alone. But so okay, you're left alone. You're not dealing with the people. But Wyoming ain't got no raisening taxes. So at least and with Wyoming, you got mountains, and California, you could almost make the same argument minus the taxes because they do have mountains. But yeah, Wyoming, I'd go to Wyoming. I'd go to like some no-name town like Ten Sleep or Kemmerer. Shell. Go look up Atham. Look up Shell, Wyoming. It's like a bar there. Dung is fun. $5. I spent $600 in a strip club 10 years ago. Wow, that's like 12,000 today or 1,200 today. Midland, Texas. I was not impressed. I want my money back. Yeah, strip clubs that's a ripoff, man. You don't want to go to strip clubs. For that amount, you could have gotten laid in not South Dakota, Vegas, including flight. You could have flown out to Vegas, hopped the bus to Pahrump, gotten laid, gone back, caught the evening flight out. Spirit Airlines. Spirit needs to hook up with the bunny ranches out there. Spirit needs they need to get a travel package together. Drew, $2. Amateur night at Shotgun Willie's is where it's at. What shotgun? I've heard that before. Is that a cultural reference? Dung is fun, $2. They tricked me with boobs. That's why I paid it. No, don't you? I don't know. No. Girls, I didn't know journalism was going to be a dumb degree. Bail me out. I didn't know just voting for pro-criminals and eliminating law and cops would result in me getting robbed. Bail me out. You don't get to do that. You know what you were doing, Dung. You know what you were doing. Zaranx, $5. Hooters is emblematic of the dad-daughter culture in the West. Dad let his little princess do whatever she wants, and the results show. Yeah. You presume dad was ever in the picture, either because he left or mom kicked him out. Or as I say, the majority are present but absent fathers. Ballless pussies who can't tell their children no. But you want a real man? You want a real father? Go look up Phil Foster, right? Zach Small. Those guys are father. He's not special. Oh, God, what? Stefan Molyneux. I think they're all anti-spanking, which I'm not, but that aside, go look at them. They tell their kids no. Absolutely. Nick Crocodilis. Nick, hey, how have you been? €2. Modern Hooters future participation trophy wives. Yeah. Look, hey, in today's world, especially for a young gal to stay in shape that well, you know she's catching flack on the other side. Now, I'm not saying don't go to their head. Of course not. Go watch any of these TV shows or YouTube channels, and it's all good-looking girls. I'm a 10. But for the gals who like, okay, look, I'm going to become a stripper. Even some OnlyFans girls, like if they do it right and intelligently, they know, yeah, I'm exchanging my beauty for money. And the Hooters girls, at least the ones I saw on the internet, on their main webpage, admittedly, there weren't no tattoos. They all worked their asses off to stay in shape. They're very pretty. They put the hair and the makeup and the time and effort into it. I don't think the participation trophy. Maybe not the stripper pole, and maybe not OnlyFans, but Tilted Kilt and Hooters, if the girls are that savvy and say they took the proceeds of the money and bought a house, majored in accounting or whatever, that might actually be that's a smart gal. I'd take your chances with that as for wife material before you go to some born again Christian church where, oh, I've been forgiven by Christ for abandoning my family. Jared Pugh, $2. Smart Lowens live in insurance or live. Oh, Iowans. Smart Iowans live in insurance or live in insurance. Smart Iowans live in insurance or live in suburbs. Okay, live in insurance. Good. All right, $2. Drew. Lawsuits are coming because they don't hire fatties. Well, that's another. Thank you. That's another one, Drew. Are we going to actually get to fat discrimination? Where like, no, you don't understand. The whole point is that's a beautiful one. Well, big is beautiful. No, it's not. Yeah, according to the current zeitgeist, it is. According to enough judges, that's all that really matters. Oh God, could you imagine that? Fat strip clubs. I don't want to hear. You want to get banned? You want to get banned real quick? I want to hear, well, there's chubby chasers. I like them fat. I like them thick. Ban. I'm not dealing with that argument. Not dealing with that lowbrow IQ today. No. I am aware there are chubby chasers. You guys should be happier than fuck right now. This is your epic. This is your golden era. You should be rejoicing and not making comments on YouTube channels. If I was a chubby chaser, I would not have any time to be doing anything else right now in this country because it would be golden. It's like Cary Grant and Father Goose. My concern is for the children. Well, why don't you go and concern yourself with them? I'm a chubby chaser. Stop telling us about it. Go chase them. We don't care. We're not going to judge. We're envious in some ways. Alex Bogey, $2. Went to a Hooters in Georgia with Army. One cute girl. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. Drew, $2. Twin Peaks is a great chain with hotties. Oh, Twin Peaks. All right, Twin Peaks. I don't think there's that many because Tilted Kilt had 9. Twin Peaks Restaurant. Twin Peaks. Number of locations, 90. Okay. I've never heard of that. Twin Peaks. Described as the ultimate sports lounge and restaurant. They know their audience. Well, maybe the Dude Bros will save us. I think about it. There's an equally stupid segment of America that'll keep this restaurant. Well, I wonder how they're doing. Because I know Tilted Kilt went down. Let's take a look at the news. Twin Peaks restaurant news. Record sets opening near Carowinds. Zeros in on opening date. Sports bar, Coastland, Twin Peaks permits. Okay, looks like Twin Peaks is at least oh, they're going public too, according to a month ago. All right, so maybe they are growing. All right, maybe it is better management. I still that you're swimming upstream, man. The Ultimate Warrior, $5. I'd rather use my air fryer than go to Hooters. They're letting chunky women work there in Georgia. Okay, yeah, so it's over. It look, you can't. Never mind. Two things: you need hot chicks, and I'm sorry, you need good food. If you're going to build a building and build a restaurant and get managers and get employees, get HR and get payroll and do all this work and computers and the payment system and all that, for the love of God, don't skimp on the fucking food. Maybe I'm just getting older. Like, I'd almost say the food is more important than the women. Dung is fun, $5. Odessa, Texas has Hooters. Midland has Tilted Kilt. Have you been to the trailer park recently? They're trash in both cities. There you go. Now, admittedly, this could be a southern thing. Could be that. I'm betting if I walk into the Tilted Kilt, the one, no. Yeah, it is in Vegas. I bet you there's going to be some good-looking gals, but that's Vegas. Mad Dog Radio, $20. Sad to hear. Had some good time. Oh, by the way, thank you very much for the $20, Mad Dog. If that's your podcast, everyone should please subscribe to it. I don't know if that's just your handle, but for $20, please subscribe to this man's channel. Why? Because I'm a whore. Sad to hear. Had some good times there. Wondered how long it will be before Twin Peaks and Tilted Kilt gets canceled too. Guess they didn't hire enough trans gals. Laugh out loud. We'll put it in the next news update. Well, looks like Twin Peaks. It's provided evidence against my thesis. Twin Peaks looks like they're going public or aiming. And the articles I saw when I clicked on the news said opening. So they're opening, they're not closing. And it's the articles about closing. It could be management. How's the food at Twin Peaks? I don't know. I've never been to one. Drew, $2. My ex worked at Hooters and is a train wreck. Yeah. Was I too idealistic thinking, well, they're very savvy, street smart. Of course they know to keep themselves in shape. Maybe I'm biasing with what I saw on the main page with whatever, Macon, Georgia. and Honey Boo working at Hooters. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Okay. Oh, Cappy. You think they're going to save their money and live at home with dad and mom and then go become a surgeon? Oh, Cappy. Your lofty hopes for young women. Roger Terry, $5. Did you ever get a chance to fly on Hooters Air? No. I think that was before my time. I was around, but I think I was a teenager or a kid. I didn't have the money. Dre, $2. But Great One says you like guys coming at you. No, I don't. Dre, what will we do without you here? I wonder when you work, Dre. Do you work or do you just like hang out? Dre for $2 again for Cappy's future defamation lawsuit from Hooters. No, I'm for them. I'm for any company that I'm for any company that wants to make money as long as you're not hurting nobody and you're good product at a fair price. All right. I'm all for you. And people willingly, it could be a gouging price. If people are paying for it, like women with handbags, or college degrees. Yeah, fine. Go make your money. I don't care. So I'm very much for Hooters. I just don't. I'll be curious to watch Twin Peaks, not the show, which is actually, when you figure out what they're doing, not that great of a show. I'll be curious to see what happens with Twin Peaks. Because that would be like, oh, wait, you can make it happen. And then it means whatever, the Tilted Kilt and Hooters are running into typical incompetent management and lack of staff. Hey, Alan Beeblebox, $5. Maybe it's because I'm doing this at night. Maybe that's why I haven't seen some of you guys in a while, because I'm finally doing it. Alan Beeblebox, $5. General appreciation. I was stuck in northern Venezuela, Chinada, for the last 7 weeks. Gur and Burr. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go to China. Drew, $2 or Canada. I know only one stripper that used it for college. There is a gal. She's a judge in Nevada, and she was a stripper, and she ended up running for office. She used it to go to law school, and she did that there. And there's more than one story of women who didn't do the drugs. They saved the money and they bought real estate, and they're multimillionaires now. Nick Crocodilis, €2. Saz for absence. Sorry for absence. Got a real job, no real wage. So no, that's fine, Nick. No, it's just good to see you. No, you don't have to. Dung is fun, $2. Every spanking I got when I was little was deserved. Yes. Nonstop Dre, $2. We envy Cappy swinging both ways. No, I don't. There's an element in me that wish I could, because it'd be a hell of a lot easier. JVP, I think a new guy, $5. Twin Peaks is out in Michigan. Hot tiny chick near my college. There's one girl, hot tiny chick near my college. Let's take a look at Twin Peaks. What they got? 90 Twin Peaks, Michigan. Ann Arbor area, Twin Peaks. Madison Heights, Livonia, Southgate. Oh, yeah, it's all out there in the burbs of Detroit. Okay, cool. Well, I hope the women are better looking there than the Hooters gals. Opinionated Junkie, $2. You sound a little like Bill Burr. I sound a lot like Bill Burr because of my accent. And also, I'm an angry man. Also, a little bit he also impersonates, if you listen to his oh, yeah, just listen to him. He also impersonates Jerry Lewis, who I watched a lot of Jerry Lewis growing up, and the mannerisms are somewhat the same. So people are like, what are you, just another Bill Burr? It's like, if you listen to Jerry Lewis a lot as a kid or a young man, and you had a little bit of a East Coast accent, which is technically more Milwaukee and Chicago, you will, and you're pissed off and talk fast when you get agitated, you will sound like Bill Burr. Naughty DJ Aftershock, $5. Hey, what's up? Yo, bro, Twin Peaks reminds me of my days gorging out at Red Cow Upton. And so yo, bro, Twin Peaks reminds me of my days gorging out at Red Cow Upton and Sergeant Preston's during my time at the Carlson School. Yo, put them big C's up. So, Sergeant by the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota. There was the Red Cow. That's Edina, wasn't it? Sergeant Preston's and Sally's was where all the rich kids whose parents paid their way through college went to drink themselves silly after they had a hard day of 6 hours of classes, taking 6 years to get their bachelor's degree. And I could never go to those places because I didn't have the money. And they'd always be like, yo, you're going to go to happy hour, brah, 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 brah. And you wonder why corporations are shit now. Nonstop trade, $2. Soon women will be able to sue men calling them fat. That seems a little too far in extreme, but we're going that way. Really? Can you get arrested for like just besmirching someone in the United Kingdom? You're gonna be able to sue employers whose entire business premise is good-looking people. Like, is the Thunder Down Under going to get sued? Is the U.S. Chippendales going to get sued or not allowed to perform in the United States? What a fun fucking country and society we're going to have when beautiful people are not allowed to exist. Or you'll be allowed to exist, but you won't be able to celebrate or pursue or enjoy them. Nonstop trade, $2. When are you going to Japan? Probably not this year now. I'm just fucking I gotta do more research. I want to have some fun. I've been having some fun. I've been enjoying life a little bit. It's like, oh my God, life. So it'll probably be next year. John Smith, $5. Aren't all those classic hot Hooters chicks going to just start OnlyFans accounts, piss off more insults who give them money anyway? Well, there's an argument for it. See, that'd be a savvy individual. That would be a smart girl would ask if there's a non-compete agreement over at Hooters saying like, look, I worked on this body. I'm going to make as much money on it as I can. I'm doing OnlyFans. Does Hooters have a thing say you can't do OnlyFans? You'd be stupid if you'd say, yeah, here, put on the Hooters thing. We'll pay you. We'll advertise. You got some nice real estate. Oh, was that too offensive? Fuck you. Whole point of this episode. If they were smart, they would. And hopefully they would make more money on OnlyFans. Absolutely. Way larger audience. You don't have to commute. Yeah, if you did it right, that's the whole key thing, though. If you do stripping, you can do it right. You can make a lot of money and not do the drugs. You just got to not do the drugs. Ladies, did I tell you don't do the drugs? Hooters, save your money. Elkins has to he has an occasional OnlyFans girl say, hey, pay your taxes, save your money. You owe taxes. Well, I don't have any money. How do you not have money? You made $250,000 this year. Where's the money? I should be a financial advisor to OnlyFans girls. I'm like, here, I'll be your financial manager. Okay. Just give me all the money. Okay. And don't give me half your money. I'm going to throw it in. No, you can't touch it until you're 55. But trust you me, you'll be a millionaire by that time. I do not prefer fat chicks, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Do you remember the ad copy? Of course. That was like only 5 years ago. It's a great ad. It was hilarious. He bowls overhanded. I want to be the world's most interesting man when I get to be in my 60s. I want to be like that guy when I grow up. Drew, $2. Do you think DEI will destroy strip clubs? I don't. I think strip clubs will always be there. I don't know why, because it's so in your face. Like, yeah, we're a fucking strip club. What the fuck about it? And that's based on city ordinances and state law, so I don't think they're ever gonna go away. But I do believe obesity will destroy strip clubs, or maybe not. Maybe you guys are gonna get so desperate you'll still go to them. I drove through, um, Box Elder, Atham, look it up. There's only one strip club in the Rapid City area. It's south of the military base. Surprise. And I drove past, it's like Strawberry Gentleman or some fucking thing. And I drove past it. I'm like, oh, that place is closed because it looked like shit. Looked like fucking shit. It's all moldy and disheveled. I go play poker with the guys. I'm like, I see the strip club closed. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, is it the strip club over in Box Elder closed? Like, no, it's open. We were there last week. I'm like, you walked into that place? Were you worried about like getting tetanus or having it fall down on you? These strip clubs are not in America. I don't know what Japanese strip clubs are like, but in America, strip clubs aren't exactly highbrow business ventures. I I don't think DEI will, but you guys will still. If you walk into that, you'll go see fat chicks. You will. You will. This all ends when you guys start saying no. No, we're not. No, we're not going. I mean, I've walked into a place. I'll say it. Rachel's Kitchen. I won't say which one. Walked into Rachel's Kitchen. There's a gal with tatted up, pierced. I'm like, no, fuck that. No, fuck off. You're not getting my money. If that's your emissary, this is your front door person. This is who greets me. Fuck off. Fan I am. New guy, Australian, $5. Aussie state of Victoria has just installed the Ministry Department of Changing Men's Behavior. Yes, I've had a Twitter exchange with the gentleman that they tagged it. We're not allowed to look at a woman for too long. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Are you leering? What Orwellian can of worms are you going to open up? Not you, Fan I am, but what Orwellian can of worms are we going to open up? There is a significant, I don't know how large, but a significant percentage of women who don't like the fact men like beautiful women and are offended, even if they are beautiful women, if you acknowledge that or act on it. There's that pillar, I think it's in the United Kingdom. It's like offering a girl your number is harassment. There's a whole list of things, some of which are obviously harassment. By the way, guys, don't feel some random girl's boobs up in public if you didn't know that. Groping. No shit. No shit. But giving a girl your number? Unwanted flirting? What? You girls are going to have to start telling men where the line is. You're all going to have to come up with a rule and a law. And apparently Australia has. And wow. I mean, wow. Are we even going to be human after that? You can't have strong men or beautiful women. You can't have handsome men or hot chicks. I wonder why depression and self-deletion rates are going up. Universal coordinate, 15 generous Australian dollars. Thank you. You post 60 and 70 images for a reason, and yes, they are correct. Modern beauty is rare to. Oh yeah, on Instagram I post old pictures. You mean 1960s and 70s images? Yes, I post old pictures of when women were thin and attractive and classy. You post 60s and 70s images for a reason. Yes, they are correct. Modern beauty is rare to many. Piercing, colored hair tattoos, and fat. I think in the book of Numbers, it's over, under, honor, 1 or 3%. Oh, 1 or 3%. No, the obesity rate. I'm sorry. We got to do it. The percent of the American population of people, America, it's 25 overall. Young people, which I defined as, trying to remember my stats here, 18 to 35 for women. 60% of women are overweight. Same thing with men. So 40% would not be overweight. And even then, I don't think that. I mean, that's just like you're still healthy. You're still not physically attractive or hot. Like what percent of women are, shapely? That's 40. It's not 4 and 10. Just go walk around. It's not 4 and 10, even younger. Men too. Men too. So it's higher than 3%. But there's other variables that come into that 3% number that is not just mere beauty. Cappy's huge ass, $2 for the Starlink Internet Fund. No more South Dakota titties. We have been informed they're working on it. But I will probably go get Starlink. If I have any other shit, any other problem, like if I get dropped in the middle, no, it's done. Going Starlink. Drew, $2. West Virginia has a whole town of strip clubs for blocks. What, really? That's fast. I mean, culturally, that's fascinating. Where are they getting talent? What town is that, Drew? Johnson, you don't have to super chat. I'm going to close this anyway. John Smith, $5. I remember that I was looking at the new Snow White actress, and it took me about 2 hours to find a pretty girl that's a current actress that age. Right. Right. Really. The only one, Angela Sweeney. Angela Sweeney. Sweeney's the last name. Angela Sweeney. No, that's not it. Sweeney. I'll just type in Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney is about the only truly beautiful actress that is on the stage now for Hollywood. I don't know any others. And there'd always be, like in my day, it was Jennifer Aniston or Selma Hayek. And it's still Selma Hayek. I'll still murder every single one of you to have one night with her. I love my audience, but not for one night with Selma Hayek. You're all dead. All of you. And you guys would agree. Yeah. How do you plead? Guilty as hell, Your Honor. I'll do it again. You bring any evidence? Look at them biddies. Look at them. Yeah, but you guys don't have. You got Sydney Sweeney. That's it. Dung is fun. $2. Here's an offensive rapper called Rucka. Is that a person? Rucka Ali. How's he offensive? It's a white guy. 37 years. Well, he's got a webpage. Okay, I'll look into him later. He looks kind of quirky. All right, is that it? That's it. All right. Link below, the book of numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. Also, a world without men. Because that's what we're going to have. When the beautiful girls go away, we'll be gone. You girls are wondering, when the pretty girls go away, the real men will be gone. We'll be gone. There will be no men getting off their ass. There'll be no motivated men. They'll all be on drugs. You girls will be working hard to pay their welfare and the disability checks. And we most certainly bring about that equality. Because we don't, God almighty, are we going to get to the point, really? Are we going to get to the point that you just can't ask out a girl in public? Most girls don't. What if it's 1 in 20? That's enough. That's it. And it's arrestable offense. Holy shit, I've done shit in my past that no doubt in 5 years is going to be illegal. Oh my God. Fan I am, 5 Australian again. My dream girls are the ones that inspired Jessica Rabbit, Rita Hayworth, Vicky Dungan. It's the only one I don't know. Vicky Dungan. Let's look Vicky Dungan. And then I'm going to get out of here. Vicky Dungan. Is she an Australian gal? Vicky with an I. Oh, Dugan. Oh, hey. Born Edith Tucker, 1929, former American model, blah, blah, blah. She's still alive. 95 years old. Oh, God bless you, sweetheart. God bless you. Vicky, wait. Oh, you spelled it wrong. Vicky, it's 2 Ks. Dugan. Let's do some images here. God bless her. 95 years old. Look at that gal go. Yeah, she was good looking. Very good looking. Not my favorite. I would say Rita Hayworth is up there. I always liked Sophia Loren, but she like Sophia Loren is just classically beautiful. The gal that starred opposite of her, why can't I remember her? Grumpier old men. Walter Matthau. I know her, I know the fate there. Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret. There's a she ain't even dressed necessarily that sexy. She's just got this like purple blue outfit on with bell bottoms. Go watch this. Go watch Anne. Go here before you go to bed tonight. Watch Anne Margaret. She's like 37 years old in this shtick. She's on the late night show with Johnny Carson. Anne Margaret just got nothing cleavage showing. She's just got a nice simple purple outfit on. She goes out and just dances a number. Oh, you want GDP to go up. You want men to stop being neats and find jobs. Go make them like Anne Margaret again. We'll get off our asses. And she was like not middle aged, but she wasn't no 23-year-old kid. You're like, oh, oh, whoo. She's still alive too. Dong is fun. $2. He was on Sargon podcast. Okay. Nonstop Dre, $2. Will you do a video on orgasms per capita? When I get the I can't just do orgasms per capita. Let me explain how it works, Dre, economics. You come up with an idea or a theory. Hey, you ever notice how when this thing happens, the other thing happens at the same time frequently, most of the time? I wonder if there's something to that. And then you got to go and do the research and kind of prove like, oh, yeah, here's the data. It wasn't just me. It actually does happen. When A happens, B tends to happen too. And then you got to come up with a theory. Like, okay, if people are having more orgasms in the country, that means they have something to live for, or they're happy and good. I'm just going to assume happier people who are getting laid, especially the men, tend to work more. But just a theory. And that's why I would estimate that GDP per capita and orgasms per capita have a positive correlation. Now you got to get into research. I don't know how I'm going to measure orgasms per capita. There might be the research on it, but I'm going to guess it's going down in the United States. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, AskConsulting.com. Link below. World Without Men, World Without Men. God. No, the Book of Numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy. I'd love to see that. All right, we'll see you guys later, Toodles.